If I were to create a time capsule, if I were to preserve what I would consider to be a national treasure, it would be these pictures. Because these pictures, in my opinion, they're art. The entire gala is like a Renaissance painting which exhibits the grotesque indulgence of self-worship and multiple layers of blatant hypocrisy of those who deem themselves to be the anointed ones. And of course, my favorite picture has to be this, where you see a obscenely wealthy lady wearing a dress which says equal rights, and she's not wearing a mask, but if you look in the background, you will see that all the plebs, all the ones that aren't anointed, they have to cover up. And I'm pretty sure you all noticed that there is a strong rhetoric against misinformation. Misinformation is the worst thing ever. It's the danger to democracy, and we need to have a war on misinformation. But in reality, I think what we have is a war on noticing. You're really not allowed to notice things. You will see things that are contradictory. You will see things that are plain wrong. And if you notice them, then you become the problem. I mean, for example, look at this video, which is my all-time favorite. I think this should be the Renaissance art picture that is called America 2021. If we had the time capsule, literally this picture should make the cut. You have every political talking point in this one picture. I mean, here you have a lady, which is the champion of the people. She is the last hope of those who think that the capitalist greed has ruined their country. She is a bastion of hope for the people that are fed up with the income inequality, who want the rich to be taxed more, who believe that by reappropriating the wealth from the 1% is going to make America a better place. So if you're in that desperate situation, then I guess you should vote for AOC. You should give her money for her campaign in order for her to improve your life, in order for her to do what no other politician wants to do and stick it to the rich. And she's going to do that, I'm pretty sure, but only after attending a gala, which costs $35,000 as an entry ticket, as well as $275,000 for a full table. Have you ever seen that much money in one place before? Like, that's more expensive than my entire house. But, you know, rest assured that she doesn't have to pay it. Like, I've been made assured that the ticket was donated to her. So, she's not rich. No, she's impoverished. She is a person of modest means. It's just that she can cozy up to the rich. So, she can join an event with a dress that says tax the rich in order to do what? Like, she's not making fun of the event. She's not going there to mock those people. She's not going there to ridicule those people. She's not going there to point out that the dress that she is wearing is the epitome of wasteful capitalism and shameless consumerism. I mean, a dress that, by the way, doesn't even look made out of good material and is also in poor taste, costs around $10,000 and you only get to wear it for one occasion. No, she's not going to say any of that. Like, she's actually enjoying herself there. She's having fun while being there. And again, the picture is worth 1,000 words. I mean, if you ask the progressives which one of these two people is privileged, then they will say, of course, the white person is privileged. I mean, look, he is carrying her dress. You know, he's the servant, and he's the privileged one. While AOC is the oppressed person in this situation. And of course, you're not allowed to notice the irony with the mask either, because everyone has to wear a mask. I mean, that's what the people in power tells us. Like, the illness, the sickness is so dangerous that a single person can spread it to many people. So everyone has to wear it, even though we don't know if you're sick or not. We can't risk it. We have to assume that you have it, and you have to social distance, you have to wear it. Even if you're vaccinated, apparently. Even then. So even if it's not legally binding, you as a member of the establishment should wear it because you care about the health of other people. The pandemic hasn't gone away, so you should still wear it. But what do we see? The establishment and the wealthy, they don't wear it And they are even so tone deaf, or maybe they just don't care. Maybe it makes them feel more powerful by not wearing while being surrounded by people who do wear it. I mean, you're not allowed to notice that. I just can't help it. I can't help it because I got married recently, and I will never, ever have a picture with me smiling and capturing the happiness that me and my wife had when we signed on the dotted line. We will never have a picture because we had to wear a mask when we did the signature. But if we look at politicians, if we look at comedians, by the way, who apparently are essential businesses, like working as a comedian in the mainstream media is called essential business, they don't wear it when on television. That's fine. But the people around them get to wear it. And by the way, you're not supposed to notice, whenever the US president gives a conference, he doesn't wear it, the people behind him do. But yeah, like let's wear dresses saying equal rights for everyone. Even if it's not legally minded, if you believe in equality, you should at least respect the others and be like, okay, well, even though I'm not supposed to, I'll still wear it because I want to show it to the others. If you're the person advocating for it, if you're the one in the leadership asking for it, you should lead by example. But again, you're not supposed to notice all of this because there is the war on notice. And I really want to coin this phrase. I think it's a powerful phrase and we should use it more often because it's so true. It resonates with every single person. The moment I say this phrase to someone, they start smiling because oh wow. Like they remember a couple of events that they noticed and they're not supposed to talk about it. So they instantly get it. Because, the current ideology isn't that it's rich people and poor people and privileged people and no. Okay? The current ideology is that you have certain tribes of people which are born in a caste, and by birth they are either royalty or oppressed. So, for example, white people are privileged. Okay? They're royalty. By default, it doesn't matter if you're the guy carrying AOC's dress while you're basking up. It doesn't matter if you're homeless. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. All right? It's just you were born. Once you're born, that's it. The deal is sealed. And for example, this lady is incredibly oppressed. And it doesn't matter that she's making way more than you will ever make, or heck, way more than you and your family will ever make in their lifetime. It doesn't matter if she already made more money than she can actually spend. And it doesn't matter the fact that Ronaldo gets more eyeballs on the television and thus gets more expensive sponsors for his team than she does. None of that matters. What matters is that she is oppressed. She's oppressed because she's a woman. And she's also oppressed because she lives in a Christian Sharia society, as we can see in Texas, and it oppresses her as well. So in a theocratic nation like the United States is, she is so oppressed that she can actually say, in gay we trust. But she's also brave because she gets to call that out. She gets to call it out. And this is the epitome of bravery. She's almost like a war veteran in bravery. And the entire scene, it looks like something from Hunger Games, from the Capitol. You're going to see people using various bizarre attires. I mean, this lady, which dresses like she's going to an anime cosplay, uses a sword made out of melted AR-15s. How much do you think that cost? I'm just curious. Like, how much do you think the entire process of melting and forging it into a sword costs? And for what? Like, what exactly is she showing? Like, she doesn't need an AR-15? Of course she doesn't. She has a security detail. Outside, there are BLM protesters getting beaten up by cops. That's what's happening outside. While this person is advocating, oh, I'm against violence. You know why? You know why I'm against violence? Because we're in the current year. All right? We're in the current year. If this person was born in a medieval society and she was the princess, she'd probably give more money to the military, wouldn't she? I mean, this is what the whole event is for, which, as I mentioned before, it's peak wasteful capitalism. Dresses that no one would wear on any other occasion, or they would wear more than once in their entire lifetime, with prices that go way above what you can earn in even half a year. And I'm fine with it, by the way. Like, I don't think it's a problem. But it is a problem if you attend that and then you start criticizing capitalism and you criticize the system which allows you to benefit from these things. Because it doesn't seem genuine. To me, it seems exactly the same as a plantation owner would say that he is against slavery and you should give him more money so he can push for the abolition of slavery. Like, no one would believe it. It's like, dude, you have slave, you're benefiting from it. It's not that you have like one slave that you're treating well. No, you have an entire plantation. What are you talking about? This is another bizarre thing because you see a lot of socialists on Twitter, which for some reason, I don't even know why they're defending these people. And they're posting that meme. It's like, oh, well, I partake in the system, but I can criticize. It's like, okay, partaking into the system is one thing, but you are surrounding yourself by the excesses of the system. You are the person living in the castle. Like, you're the peasant that managed to convince the other peasants to give him money so he can overthrow the king. But what he does with the money and the power given to him is that he marries the princess, now has a noble title, lives next to the king, and is saying, any day now, we're going to overthrow the system. Any day, just trust me. Just give me more money, and any day we're going to overthrow the system. That's how it looks like. And just to finish up on this wave of hypocrisy, like a wave that is very difficult to even articulate, we noticed the similar things which happened with the Oscars. Now, if you're unaware, the Oscars was also a lot of millionaires and celebrities going up on a stage, lecturing the population about how bad capitalism is, how much they care about minorities, how much they care about impoverished people, while outside the police was rounding up the homeless people from the area and shooing them away. They were shooing the homeless people away because millionaires had to go up on the stage to talk about how much they care about the impoverished people while not being plighted by the sight of actually impoverished people. And here you have literally the same thing. You have Black Lives Matter protesting on the streets of New York. Now, usually, when BLM is protesting, they're allowed to protest, even if it's a pandemic, even if the businesses are closed, even if all of that is happening, they're allowed. But this time, they weren't protesting against you, they were protesting against the establishment. So, of course, they're not allowed to do that, and the police went in and they cracked down on the protesters hard. And I can't even show you the footage because I don't know if YouTube will allow it, but like what I'm showing here is quite tame compared to what else is happening. But again, you're not allowed to notice this. You're not allowed to notice that whenever the protest goes up against the establishment or the elites or the politicians, immediately the protest is shut down. You're not allowed to notice that the Summer of Love that was organized last year, if you guys can remember, the moment they went and protested against the mayor, it was shut down. The moment the protests went on the CNN building, there was police presence there. It wasn't anywhere else. You get to notice the things that matter. The people advocating against guns are the ones that are surrounded by police. They're surrounded by private security. They're surrounded by all of that. And yeah, you're not supposed to notice. So hopefully we can coin this, the war on notice. I definitely like this phrase. Use it on other people. You'll see they're smiling when you point it out. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.